4 maps. You've got 4 maps in Gears 3 that crash people's consoles. TC took them out of rotation because it broke people's consoles. You know what Epic didn't do?
Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to the True Sweat podcast. It is your boy, the man, the myth, Onyx Guard 109. Joining me, my co-host, to my... the camera's actually right, this one. To my right is Donald Carr.
That's me.
And right down the bottom, just below me right here, is Pro Gear 360, aka Jay. And he's the man behind Gears Utility. So we're going to ask this man a few questions, not just about Gears Utility, but we're going to ask him quite a few questions about Gears as well. And yeah, let's get started. So first, Donald, do you want to introduce yourself just so the people know who you are?
Donald DL Carr 17 on Twitter and Xbox Live. That's mostly important. Just want to give everybody a warning that I am on call at the hospital today. So if all of a sudden in the middle of this, I'm just... That's what happened.
Okay. And down below here, we have Pro Gear 360. Want to introduce yourself, Jay?
Hi, I do stuff.
You just do stuff.
Important stuff.
I just do stuff, man. I mean, if you follow me on Twitter, I will likely post weird Unreal Engine things, or rant, maybe. Although I'm doing less than
Or
that
memes.
now. Or memes!
Don't forget
Yes,
Yeah,
memes.
lots of memes. You got to have the memes.
I will put Baird's head on Marcus's body for a laugh. It will
There you
take
go.
me 3 hours, but I'll do it.
Right, so we're going to jump right into some questions. I've got a little list here, but before we jump into the questions, I want to give a big shout out to Daz Trash, to Starspawn, Cog Couple, Raw Bosco, Mr. Comanian, and Matt Drilling. Appreciate you guys watching the podcast and giving me some feedback, some good stuff. And hopefully you guys will give me a little bit of feedback on this one too. And
Thank you.
thank you for watching. Unbelievable. We had a good start to the podcast, so let's jump right into the next episode right here. So, Jay, if people are not familiar with Gears Utility, can you explain what the app is about? You know, how you made it, where, you know, give us a little insight.
Yeah. So, back in Gears 4, I was kind of tired of having different tabs open for the stats page and stuff. So, and it was at the time they were doing rewards and stuff. So, you'd have to go. They didn't have a link to the rewards, so you had to go to gearsofwar.com/rewards each time, or you had to like follow different links to get to that link.
Yeah.
I was getting annoyed with it, so I made this janky white app that was just for me, so I could click on it, and whichever one I clicked on, if I clicked on Gears of War 4 stats, it would take me to Gears of War 4 stats. If it took me to rewards, I'd go to rewards, and if I wanted cards, it'd take me to cards, and then I'd be able to do all that.
Mm.
And then I kind of showed it to someone. I think it was Fribbo originally, and then it was like, oh, that's cool. I was like, oh, okay. And then I was like, you know what, I'll probably just kind of give this as a beta thing and see if people like it. So
Yeah.
I handed it out. It looked like rubbish, because it was like, I didn't need it to look good, I just needed to do what it did.
You just wanted something to work so people could use it, right?
Exactly. So, and then I think, I don't know, I had about 10 people that I actually knew that gave me feedback on it. And I was like, okay, cool. So people do like it. So then I went on to kind of do an actual theme with it. And I made it, like, gave it a dark theme. Originally I tried to do it in Unreal Engine 4.
Mm.
Didn't go well. It was like 200 megabytes, and I couldn't update it on the fly, and it just opened in external windows, so it looked really nice, but it was very bad. But yeah, so then from there, I just kind of built on it, and then I eventually got my Google developer account, and just kind of uploaded it, and then just kind of went from there. So I wanted to like add some extra to it, so people will actually open it kind of each week, even though even if they didn't want to check their stats or check their cards or something, they'd have a reason to go to it. So I added like a way. I think originally it was just a link to a website. It was like a small little box. It was rubbish way, but it showed like events and stuff. So, and I've kind of built on it from there, and it's more refined now.
How long does something like this take you? How long does it take to get to where it is now?
I look at it more as a process, to be fair, because originally I built it on. I built it differently, so now it's on like full Android Studio and everything, and originally it wasn't, which is why I couldn't. Originally, it didn't have notifications and stuff, and people were like, "Oh, it's showing. I can watch Gears of War live, but I can't see notifications for when it's live or when there's skips or something." I was like, so like a couple of months down the line, I was working on it in Android Studio, adding notifications and stuff, and then notifications are like big now. People like them, so which is cool.
So what would you say was your most difficult part trying to get everything together and for the app to function and work?
The most difficult part is not done. I want to put it on Apple. I want to put it on iOS, but Apple aren't nice people. Apple make you have to be in their ecosystem, so you have to either have a Mac or a MacBook or an iMac or something like that, and then you need $100 a year as an annual fee, and you need to kind of do all that. So even if you've got a free app, which usually is, they'll still charge you like $100 a year. And obviously I'm not in the ecosystem, so I'm going to try and emulate it, and I want to try and emulate it by December. I looked at my computer then, which is why I looked just like that. But I want to try and do it by the end of this year. I'm gonna just kind of wing it and emulate it, and if I get banned, I get banned, but I shouldn't, hopefully, maybe. We'll see.
I was going to say, there must be some sort of... You're saying there must be some sort of workaround around it. I mean, it's from considering how you've gone from using it on a free platform to Apple. This is why there's a massive debate between Android and Apple, which is the best phone. So, like, personally, I think Android's probably the better phone for me. I can't stand Apple products. That's just me. I don't like jumping on that Apple trend. When I was at school, I had the the iPod Generation 5 or something ridiculous. Like, I jumped on the trend just to have it, just to see what the fuss was about. And honestly, I just like, what is the point? Like, I'd rather have a phone that gives me free apps and gives me more availability to do things, And so I totally understand that Apple's it seems to be a very hard product to work with, but their stuff is nice and clean. It's just
yeah. To be fair, the whole like app ecosystem is pretty neat, but like the fact that you need to kind of, unless you do it in something like there's like 2 coding languages. You can do it via Windows, but you still need to be in the ecosystem. So because with a developer account, you need to have 2-factor authentication, but you can't just have normal 2-factor authentication. You have to have their 2-factor authentication. So you need to either have an iPhone, an iMac, whatever the hell to have it. So yeah,
basically you have to buy their shit all the time, pretty much. It's just basically how it works for them.
Basically.
How long have you been in the PC sort of genre? Like you're on the PC gaming side for a long time since I've known you. You transferred from Xbox to PC in the last couple of years or so, was it?
Yeah, I'd probably say about 4 or 5-ish. Yeah, it was like pretty much It was the start of Ultimate Edition, whenever that came out. Alexa, when did Gears of War Ultimate Edition for Windows 10 come out?
I don't know that one.
Absolutely useless.
Useless.
Damn, Alexa.
God damn it, Alexa. Don't buy Alexa for Christmas. Don't buy Alexa. God damn.
Don't get Amazon products. Boycott them.
So, did TC have any? Have they contributed at all? Have they talked to you at all about the app? Have they helped you in any way?
Yeah. So I've been in contact with Sarah. She's a very nice person. If you're not following her, you should, because she's very kind individual. And you know, she's trying to do the whole TCA thing, and trying to get that, and she likes the app. She actually has it installed.
Oh, nice.
So that's proper, like, yes. I would actually really like to know how many people, like, at TC, if they do, have Gears Utility installed, because I think that would be, like, an interesting thing.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
Dana can't, because he's on iPhone. The darn person. But yeah, I mean, Dana's mentioned it before. He mentioned it on stream before. And he kind of pops in now and again, which is nice. So
I know Dana's a busy man, but
he is.
the app you've created, you know, it benefits them, because a lot of the things that you've implemented, TC don't do themselves. I mean, we had this discussion the other day with Cod Couple. Big shout out to them. Was discussing to them, like, you know, you've basically done TC's work essentially, like with the assets and stuff, like. You know, TC are not whacking out the assets, so then here's you here making folders of pretty much everything that's available. And, you know, content creators are benefiting off it. I just want to thank you for that, because there's a lot of images and stuff that we can't get as creators, and you're just handing them out like it's nothing, whereas that's what TC should be doing, you know.
Yeah. So that's the content initiative I started a while ago. And it came out of necessity of TC not doing it.
Yeah.
Obviously, being on Twitter a lot, I'd always hear people kind of like, hey, can I get a PNG of, like, Ram? Because, you know, I'm doing gameplay of him, and I want to do a cool thumbnail.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, oh, updates are coming soon. And they don't come. They never come. It never happens. Yeah, so Sarah's working really hard on trying to bring assets to the TCA side of things. But like this was like, what 1 month are we on? We're on the 11th month now.
Yeah, we're on the 11th now.
So last year it was relaunched. It was like 14 months ago now. Ish, right? It was relaunched as this whole new, we've got this cool new web page you can sign up to, and this nice new website. The launch of Gears 5.
It was just before Gears 5, weren't it? Just before.
Yeah. It was as the tech test started. So we had the tech test, and then they relaunched it, and it was this big, we got new folders.
It looked great.
We've got. We're not using Dropbox anymore, we're using SharePoint. How epic. But it had all the same assets, so everything from Dropbox was just copy-pasted over to SharePoint. There's nothing wrong with that, because you can build on it.
Yeah.
So then they added a Gears 5 folder, which was cool, because then we were like, yes, it means we'll have Gears 5 stuff. And then the tech test came, then they added the logo to the folder. Nice, cool, nice. It's good start. And then there was nothing.
Yeah.
There was nothing. So then we got to like Operation 1, and there was nothing. We got to Operation 2, there was nothing. So like Operation 1, I was kind of like, right, I need to do something, because there's no way of people getting stuff. So I just kind of spent a couple of days, weeks-ish. I don't know how long it's been.
Yeah, it probably took you a long time. There's a lot of assets in the game, but I can.
Yeah. I remember I spent a long time on the cards website. So when they had Gears 5 cards, I went through each card and I grabbed the card. So there's cards on the Content Initiative. There's PNGs of the characters from the cards. There's loads of things from Gears 4, and then including like in-game things. I think like map overlays.
Yeah.
The loading things and stuff like that. And then when Gears 5 started to kind of gain a bit more oomph, I added Gears 5 PNGs, and then we got like 6 months into it, and I remember Liam or Octus was like, "Oh, we're gonna be updating it, adding loads of new stuff." Okay, cool, nice, thanks.
Yeah.
I'll take pressure off me, and I can finally delete the Google Drive that everything is on because there is so much on there.
Yeah.
And then nothing happened. So I've got all these, like, I've got store PNGs from Gears 5, I've got high-res character renders, which now is literally, you can literally only get them from the Content Initiative unless you've pre-downloaded them from the stats page, because now they've removed characters from the stats page and replaced them with icons, so you can't even get characters as PNGs anymore, like on your own, which is just silly. So yeah, it's a whole mess, but hopefully TC come up with something soon and it comes out and everyone will be happy. Hopefully.
Good stuff. Donald?
Yes, sir. So, is there? I mean, for what I've seen on Twitter and things like that, most of the feedback has been positive towards the app. Have you come across any naysayers or haters already, or has it been all positive?
To be fair, from like day one-ish, I kind of distanced myself from the app. So like I don't talk about it all the time, and I'll retweet it, and I'll have it in my bio and stuff. But like, I'm not always kind of like, this is my app, this is mine. I do it alone. Everybody else, meh. So like, I've got people that have blocked me personally, but like follow Gears Utility, and like that's nice to see. It's nice to see that even though people don't necessarily like me, they like the app, which kind of is like, yes, winner, you know? I don't mind if people don't like me, because obviously I'm a bit janky sometimes, but like, you know, it's nice that even if people don't like me, they like the app. I've never had anybody kind of naysay it. The most negative I've seen things get is from Black Phantom.
Oh, yeah.
Thinking that Gears Utility is like an official thing that I can just give them Black Phantom, and I can't give you Black Phantom, guys. Okay. It's
TC can, but we know how that went. That was. I was going to ask you about that. That was one of my questions. And what your thoughts on this Black Phantom stuff? I mean, don't do it. Yeah, it's having a big effect on everybody at the minute, and everyone's like all up in the air. Everyone's cussing Dana for it. Everyone's cussing other developers just because they release a skin.
I'd say I said it on Twitter. I said you can disagree with TC's actions. You can disagree with their backlash. No, you can disagree with their backtrack.
Yeah.
But it doesn't give you right to like shit on the people that like transfer your comment to the team. Like, what's wrong with you? You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, they're people too. Surprisingly, shocker. I know, but like.
This is what I mean. That's what people don't understand. Like Dana doesn't sit there and make all the decisions. You know, he's just even though his nickname is Major Decision on Xbox, but it's the fact that he doesn't actually do all the decisions. He's just, he's the guy that puts glue together to make stuff, the ball rolling. Exactly, yeah. You find there's about a bunch of people who sit there and decide whether this skin's going to be in the store. It's not just him. There'll be other people involved that you've probably never seen in your life. That's what people don't understand.
It's the same with the head of the studio at the moment. Like, he's not showing his face, really, and I don't think he has a Twitter because, fair play to him. I probably wouldn't.
Yeah.
I probably would, though.
Yeah,
I agree.
Especially with the way everybody went at Raw all the time. I can't blame him for trying to keep a low profile.
This is why I'm kind of saying, like, it's a shame that he doesn't, because Rod got a lot of hate, but Rod didn't do great, if I'm being constructive.
Okay, what do you mean? Like, expand on it a bit more.
So, for example, he just kind of promised things and didn't deliver on them. So, for example, a camera mode in the campaign, something as simple as a camera mode. He was like, yes, we're going to do a camera mode. Oh, nice, cool, brilliant, nice. And then it never came. And just, things that he'd say and then didn't deliver on, or the way that things were handled. So, like, in Gears 4, they learnt a lot, and they were kind of like, yes, we have learned a lot.
Yeah.
It's like, brilliant.
I agree. To be fair, from the transition in between before Gears 5 launched, they showed us that they'd learnt a lot from us.
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
It was like, we've done all this stuff. It's great. Thanks for giving your feedback. We're going to take it into consideration, and we're going to build on it. Thank you, TC. That's so great. I'm so happy.
Which I'd say they did majority. Yeah, so Gears 5 launched. They did majority of the feedback. I mean, it's like some of the things still remained the same from Gears 4.
It was the way that Gears 4 was kind of. I don't know. I think Gears 4 kind of set them up on a high note. So they were just churning out content. It was like, what it was crazy. It was like two-ish packs a month, 3 packs a month, and then each pack had like 3 characters in them,
plus 2 weapon skin sets.
Yeah, so you're getting like 6 to 9 characters a month, or like 3 weapon skin sets, or tons of content, 2 maps a month. It was crazy. And then we went to Gears 5, and then every 3 months it's like 1 map and 3 characters. Yeah. Obviously it's gotten better now, but it's like it didn't have 2v2 at the start, did it? Was it? No.
Gears 4.
Gears 5. So they had modes in Gears 4 that didn't get, Inconceivable wasn't in Gears 5 at the launch. They've only just launched it.
Yeah.
Inconceivable and Iron Man for campaign, but it was already in Gears 4.
Wait, I'm sure 2v2 was in Gears. I'm sure it was. I'm not sure. It was
free
free for all that wasn't added. It was free for all that wasn't
added. I was going to say, I think 2v2 was there, but free for all was added later.
No, it was OP1. I'm pretty sure it was OP1. You had 2v2 because it came out with boxes and mid. And then OP2 came with FFA, with Baird and Lizzie, with their sexy bald heads.
I'd have to look up that one. I'm not too sure, to be honest. I ain't too sure.
But a simple metric of seeing what I mean is, if you look at Gears 5 from launch up until Rod left, and then when new management came in to where we're at now. Massive difference.
Yeah.
It's huge. It's amazing, to be fair.
Yeah.
I'm actually really proud of them.
They've done a good job. I'd happily say TC have done a brilliant job. They slip on a couple of things, but you know what? I'd happily say they've definitely improved from when they first took on Gears of War. We're getting slowly, gradually improving, which is, it's good. It's good to see from TC. It's good
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, so far every operation's been a little bit better than the one before it.
Yeah.
So
This is true.
this trend, if they just keep going up each time, I thought we're in for some good stuff coming down
But
the
they
line.
also need to maintain it for Gears 6.
Yeah.
Yes.
They can't do
Instead
what they
of
did
feeling
with
like a
Gears 4
step
and
back,
do
it
amazing.
should feel.
They
Yeah,
can't
it
do
should- it
amazing to
shouldn't.
the end of the lifespan of Gears 5 and then just kind of dip again. And they need to nail it. And they can't do a tech test for the servers and have 3 days downtime.
Yeah. True, though. True. Let's see here. So, have you signed up for the TCA program that they've just relaunched?
I have, yeah. I always sign up for it. So.
Did you sign up as Gears Utility or as yourself?
Well, I signed up with my account, clicked fan page, and then typed it in. So.
Fair enough.
I'm hopeful, to be fair. You know, it's something that I put a lot of time into, and like a lot of like.
Yeah, a lot of time.
So yeah, I mean, fingers crossed, but yeah, it'd be nice to be a partner, to be fair, because not with like PNGs, not even the PNG side of things, because like they've removed it from the stats page, so I can't even like go, hey, can I have this character early, and then I can pull it from the stats page and I put it on the content initiative.
Yeah.
But more like, just I want to do like these like show-offy videos, like the show-off characters, or like, because I'm starting to get more into the video editing kind of thing.
Yeah.
And if you like look at Gears Utility and the last couple of tweets, like yesterday I put out a Lambent character video, but like I did audio, which I've never done before, and it was really cool and it was fun. It came out kind of weird, but it was neat.
On that line right there, you've put out some stuff before that I thought was really good, like your Carmine Thriller clip that you'd done. That was amazing.
That was
but
good.
How long does something like that take to make?
It depends. I used for the animation. I think I used Miximo. So with Miximo, if you have the character model, you drop it into Miximo, and then it restructures the bones of the character, and then it puts the animation on it, and then you download it, and then it's just kind of got the animation. But then I had to build the character, so I took his textures and reapplied them, and tried to do a missive, which didn't work. Which I can do now, but it failed.
Yeah.
So he was literally dead corpse. He had no glowing eyes or anything, which is why I actually went for corpse, because I was like, if I use corpse, I can just have no glowing eyes and not worry about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, but then I built out the scene, and it was the first time I was kind of properly working with lighting. So I downloaded Megascans for the rocks. I like Megascan rocks because they're 8K and sexy. So then I just kind of placed him in the scene with the animation, and then I built like these rocks around him, and then it was the lighting, to be fair, that took a while, and trying to get the smoke right, because I couldn't have too much smoke, because otherwise it'd cover him. Then, because smoke's dynamic, you can't always determine where the smoke's gonna go. So it took a couple of renders to kind of. I was like, right, I'll get it eventually. But then, yeah, it came out really well. I think I was really.
Oh, it definitely came out great. Hopefully, maybe we can put a link to that underneath this, so if anybody hasn't seen it, which hopefully everybody has, they can click on it and watch it.
If you can shoot me the link,
it is worth the watch.
100%.
What I'm thinking of doing, what are we on? Okay, so looking at the date, I might have it done by the time this goes up. I'm gonna try and do the YouTube channel but with like all the renders and stuff that I've done for Gears Utility. So like the Batista bomb video where it changes scenery as it Batista bombs stuff, and then.
Oh, is this exclusive? Is this exclusive? Is it?
Oh yeah. No, I've
Exclusive!
already done that video. I've already done that video. If you've not seen it, that one took so long, and it was so good because it was like he lifted him up and it changed scenery, and then he dropped him down and it changed scenery.
I think I saw that on Twitter.
This looks.
It was good, yeah.
Cool.
It was clean.
But yeah, I'm gonna try and upload them all, but like at high quality, so it's not compressed by Twitter because Twitter's like 480p. Like you can upload at 720, but it's still gonna give you 480p video because it's Twitter, and they don't want you to have enjoyment.
Are you planning on making something like that for Christmas? I mean, like, you know, if you got something in mind for it? Or...
To be fair, I'm not gonna lie to you. For Halloween, I built loads of things, and I haven't released it yet. One of them isn't even Halloween related. I'm just kind of waiting for a good time to kind of be like, bam, because everything's just kind of been really dull, and I don't want to do it while TC like blunders something. So I couldn't do it on Monday. I couldn't do it on Tuesday. But I don't necessarily want to do it when there's something like really hype coming, because if something really hype's coming, it'll take away from the cool thing. Yeah. So like I've got to try and time it.
You got to pick the dull moment when everything's doom and gloom. You just go bam, and everyone's like, "Oh my god!"
Or a Sunday. Nothing happens on Sunday.
Sunday's probably the best day, but you got your counter.
They're unpredictable. They're unpredictable. Like we can say that nothing happens on a Sunday, but then I'll upload it. Like I scheduled like 2 tweets for Gears Utility because I knew that I was doing something that day. I was like, I'll schedule it, and then I'll tweet it out when they tweet it out.
Yeah.
But then so it was like, oh, it's coming today tweet, but then they tweeted out at the same time, it's out, and I'm like, what do you mean it's out? It's 5 o'clock, not 6 o'clock. Why can't I have nice things? So it's like this whole like cat and mouse game. You've got to try and do things early. We can't do it too early, because if you do it too early, then people get bored and it doesn't get traction. But then if you do it too late, TC tweet it at the same time.
Yeah.
It's a delicate balance.
So, yeah, it's a nice game of cat and mouse. I like it. It's fun.
I used to say I'd just probably said a Sunday. Sunday's your best day, but you got esports challenger series at the minute. You've got basically everything that esports related happens on a weekend, so it's like you're pretty much stuck really for the week. It's like when we used to do Crimson stuff. We start to find the right date, the right time, the right, and I 100% get it. I mean, I think you should definitely do a Christmas thing though. I think that would pop.
Oh yeah.
But you don't know what they're gonna. You don't know what they're gonna do on December 1st. You know what I mean?
I'm hoping that they kind of go all out. I hope they get Robin Atkin Downs to do a reading again, like Gears 4. We haven't had I don't think anyway, in my personal opinion, we haven't had like a proper Gearsmas since Gears 4, when we had the Gingerbread Amargo, we had the Elf Oscar, we had Robin Atkin Downs do a reading of Gearsmas.
That was good. That was good.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I loved every single bit of that. I want them to top that. I want cool stuff. Cool stuff.
I'd like them to do the 12 days of Christmas again, but maybe do above what they did before, instead of just doing like, oh, you log in and get 10,000 coins or something. Like I want them to go, like you said, I want them to go over the top and overboard. I think that's what they need. I think that's what people need of a Christmas, especially with this COVID-19 stuff.
A new map.
Exactly, you know what I mean. Yeah. You could go. like
new map launch.
no one knew
Day
about
3.
no one knew about War Room on FFA. You know what I mean? Until they actually played it.
Yeah.
They could do a brand new Christmas FFA map in a snowy sort of setting. You know what I mean? They could do anything. I don't see why not.
It'd actually be really cool, and I don't know how fast they'd be able to do it. Even if they did something really jank, where they just like do a UI element, and it's just like an animated UI element that just like is snow.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
like, it's just snow. You know what I mean? Just kind of get a snow thing, or even just kind of place snowmen. You know, in sunny maps. Get a sunny map. Place snowmen everywhere, and it won't interfere with cover links. Put them in like put them where trees are, or like put them on top of cover links you can't jump over, or like on top of monuments, or even better, just thought of this right now. You can have this for free, TC, right? Listening, right? Gridlock, replace Hoffman or whoever's on the statue, giant snowman. Also, fix the belt because it doesn't
I can
make
tell you
noise.
what, if you all remember back in the days of Gears 3 when they would do the 12 days of Gearsmas, and they would do every day was something different, like the 12 times XP for today, and it was that day only. They gave you a little reason to play that day, not just log in and get your mark for that day or something. It was a reason to log on and actually play with your friends and, try to grind for that XP. I'd love to see something like that come back.
Yeah. Give me 12 times.
Didn't Gears 4 they do something ridiculous? Didn't they do a 10 times XP or something, or 8 times XP or something in Gears 4 on the last day? I think it was. I can't remember what. I think it was. It was ridiculous.
I think there was 10 times XP for Thanksgiving.
I'm not too sure, to be honest. They did a big XP thing in Gears 4. I can't remember what it was, but it was the biggest one they ever did. It might have been 12 times XP. It might have been.
Back in the Gears 2 days, there was at one point they did like a 24 times XP for a while, and that was amazing.
I would love 24 times XP. I need 15,400 XP per level.
Yeah. Just give me a day at 24 times XP, and I'll be in heaven.
Everyone would be on Horde. Everyone would be grinding. Imagine a 1 to 50 on a 24 times XP. Does it imagine how many times you'd level up? Like, oh my god!
Just imagine the amount of people that would do it.
Yeah.
And then the server would break. Just for a little bit.
Servers would break because of how many people are trying to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'd love that so much.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'll take the day off work for that.
Me too.
Oh, I'm sick. I can't make it.
I've got the Rona. Oh, what's that? 14 days isolation. Oh no!
Literally.
Yeah, we could use some of that. So who made your utility gear? Who designed that little
Dexter?
That would be
Dexter.
Yeah.
Dexter's always amazing.
I love Dexter. He's so good.
Yeah. That's his stuff's not usually like the utility gear. He's a little cartoony, and Dexter stuff is usually a lot more realistic, and he did a really good job with your.
I wanted a chibi style, and I know that he never does chibi styles, but like I know that he's like a freaking amazing drawer. So I was like, right, Dexter, challenge for you, mate. I want a chibi. Have fun.
If anyone doesn't know what a chibi is, it's basically like a anime / cartoony type sort of style.
It's like small face, big head, small
big
body,
eyes,
cartoony. Yeah. Like, just kind of like that whole dealio.
Yeah.
But yeah, it came out quite nice.
Dexterix is probably one of the best artists I saw in the Gears community. I mean, we took him on.
He's one of the best that does illustrations.
Yeah.
Like digital art.
We took him on back in about 2 years ago for Crimson Squad because the amount of drawings he done for us was unreal, and he done it in such a quick time, and the amount of detail he puts into the illustrations is absolutely unreal. I know, Donald, I know you've got an image of a Warden right somewhere, and it is gorgeous.
Yeah, I've got a Warden on my wall right over here that Dexter did for me. It's fantastic.
Oh, here we go. It's just a bit of show and tell, yeah. Hey, there you go. I would have something myself. I'm pretty sure. You know what? I'm gonna do this. Give me 1 second. There's something cool I want to show actually. Where is it?
Did anybody else just realize that Sean has his jumper on with shorts?
I got shorts on and a jumper. Not the best outfit. Not the best outfit. Right. So here, I'll show you guys this. I've actually got Dexter's comic book with all our drawings in. A lot of many people have actually not got this. I'll just get it out to show you guys.
How do I not have one of those? What the hell?
I saw him post it a while ago, and I was like, I got to have me one of those. I mean, Jay's on the front page. His image is on the front page. You go to the first page, and there's the picture of the Scourge, Black Steel Scourge. Look at that.
What a sexy bastard.
You've got Evil One. Shout out to Evil One. He's got his Community Nights logo in there. He has a bunch of cool stuff. There's our Crimson Squad logo in there in colour on the next page. And you got some like Batman stuff going on. There's Embry's
Embry. Nice.
Blood Moon. I think
his incog on the left right there. I've got it on my wall here also. But
that one from Parasidian's idea is fucking a brilliant idea. That was. You've got Commando Dom and Baird, also known as Onyx Baird, and Confusion PK's drawing to Crimson as well.
Heck yeah.
Man, there's Donald. There we go. Donald's car's surgeon right there. Look at that. Honestly, there's mine on the next page. There you go. There's some unreal stuff in this comic. It's something really nice to keep. I mean, it's got TC Octus in here. There you go. Look at that. Got TC Octus. He's got Black Panther in there. He's got some Dragon Ball Z.
It's the Ghost Cam from Gears 4.
Yeah. He got the Ghost Cam in there as well.
I didn't even know this book existed. Otherwise, I would have bought one myself.
Yeah. Well, he sent one just out of courtesy, just for free. Just so I want.
How could you do that?
Yeah.
You got on this page here that he's got the Ram one. That one's amazing. Yeah. You got the
one.
Phoenix family on that one. It's just some of it is absolutely ridiculous. He does.
Wow.
He's got Lambent Luckies, Lambent Grenadier. Here's some logos as well that he done. You got Amateur Knights. You got the Omen Assault that we was gonna do. It's some of the stuff in here is unbelievable. Oh, there we go. There's another one. You got Cog Couple on that picture here. You've got Darth Vader.
Where's Timmy?
Oh, Timmy's not on that one. Timmy's not on that one.
That is just.
Oh, you got Dana on the last page. Is Dana right there? There he is. But yeah, he said. I think that's something really cool to keep because we actually made it into a comic. Like, way, it's awesome. I love it. It's awesome. But he does a good job. Anyone who's listening, please hit him up. He's a fantastic drawer. He's honestly unreal. He honestly, I think he is one of the best in the business. He really is.
Couldn't agree more.
Definitely is.
Okay, so Jay, I'm going to ask you the big question. I asked GFC this question. I previously told you about this question just before we started. TC or Epic Games?
Oh, TC.
Why?
Judgment.
Explain.
Well, if you look at it from any point of view, whether it's a content point of view or a judgment point of view or a weapon balancing point of view, or or an innovation point of view, or literally any kind of point of view, really. It's if you look, like obviously if you compare maps with Gears 5, it's a bit jank because.
Okay,
Yeah,
right.
I'm not sure
We're back to normal
where it
again
was
now.
when.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Right, I'll ask. Right, we'll go back to the old. Basically, viewers, we just had a bit of a technical issue. Jay broke things, so we're back. Okay, so back to that whole question.
Because you wanted jank, and you've got jank.
That was it. So you were saying about the maps being a bit jank, yeah? So let's go back to that. So you was comparing the Gears 5 maps to what Epic Games produced.
Yes. So like if you look at Gears 2 and Gears 3 and compare maps to Gears 5, obviously it's a bit lackluster because they tried to do the whole operation thing, and it just kind of wasn't good.
Yeah.
For the first like 4, because I don't know. I don't know how I feel about 3 maps in a year, to be fair. But yeah, it obviously if you look at it from that perspective, then sure, whatever. But like if you look at it as in the perspective of kind of life, then TC just win because they even though they mess up, they've never kind of ditched a game that they're working on until it goes legacy and it's Gears 4 or Gears Warden edition. Please update it. I want to play Ultimate Edition.
They done it, didn't they?
So
I thought they sorted it out.
Well, you see, the problem with that, they fixed XP,
Yeah.
which is nice. I like XP, but there's no population, so you've got to you have to set up games, but you have to be coordinated because you need to know what server you're going on. You need to know what game mode you're going on. Give me a server browser, please. Just. Please.
Can you not? I thought you could not just select the servers that you want to go on.
Yeah, but if there's no people playing it, you've got to, and you're playing with. Say you've got 5 people from the UK, you've got 2 people from Germany, and you've got a guy from the United States, or say if you've got. I was thinking of Gears 5, so I don't know why I did up to 10. Say if you've got 2 people from the UK, 2 people from Germany, 2 people from Aussie, and you've got 2 people from the United States. Where the hell do you pick your server, Sean? Because there's no population, so you need to find each other. So
Yeah.
you've got to be coordinated and pick a server, and then you've got to pick a game mode. Just give me a server browser, like from Gears 1. Just get the one from Gears 1 and just slap it in. Don't fix anything, just slap it in. And we'll be happy. Everyone will be happy. We'll be happy.
Fair enough.
But yeah, like if you look at it from like a lifespan perspective, I guess. It Gears 5, whether you like it or not, is constantly getting updated.
Yeah.
Whether it's the tuning or content or just stuff. There's always stuff, you know. Obviously, PvE is getting a bit. Escape is getting a bit of a
Neglect. I'd say neglect.
No, I wouldn't say neglect per se. I'd say it's getting ditched for a bit because I wouldn't say neglected for the sole reason that there is so many goddamn hives that there's just so much replayability in Escape that they can ditch Escape for a bit, and the whole like weekly and daily hive thing is freaking epic. Like just gives you like so much more than Horde, for example. Like, if you just look at it from a sheer amount of stuff, like you can afford to ditch Escape to give Horde more. Because what does Horde have? You've got Horde Frenzy and you've got Horde. Give me stuff. like even if it's as simple as swapping out characters, give them skins. Give the Swarm skins. Put in Savage Swarm. There you go. A bit of variety, you know, just stuff. What was I talking about? I've lost train of thought. I want to play Horde, but I can't because it's boring after a while.
So going back to the whole. So you saying TC is the better the better company.
Yeah.
100%.
So like, yeah, definitely. So like, if you just look at it from, you know, if you look at Gears 3, right? You've got 2 maps in 3 maps. 4 maps. You've got 4 maps in Gears 3 that crash people's consoles. TC took them out of rotation because it broke people's consoles. You know what Epic didn't do? They didn't take it out of the rotation. They kept it in the rotation. And it broke people's consoles. Well, it didn't break them. It crashed them.
This is what people forget. You know, people give TC shit, but Epic Games had a lot of issues themselves, but they chose to just leave them and just continue forward. Yeah. You know, at least TC is still
always the nostalgia factor.
Yeah.
When you look back, you always remember the good stuff. You never remember the bad stuff. So I mean, it was.
Although I did emulate Gears 2.
It wasn't all bad then. It's not all bad now, but you got the rose-colored glasses when you look back.
Donald. I can agree with that for Gears 3, but Gears 2.
I'm guessing Gears 2 is your favourite, yeah?
The launch of Gears 2 was a disaster.
We're not talking about launches, because if we're talking about launches, I'll just bring up Gears 5, Donald, because I'm pretty sure that was worth.
Well, at least you could play multiplayer when Gears 5 launched.
Could you, Donald?
Yeah,
what, for 10 minutes?
Maybe.
Dude, I was so
10 more minutes than Gears 2 launch.
Dude, I was so sad with the Gears 5 launch because I was playing it and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. This is a great game. And then the like actual full launch came and just everything broke and I'm like, uh-oh. Oh no.
So I don't understand how it can go. Like you can't really fully test the game, like until it has gone live, right? You know what I mean? It's like as soon as the game goes live, it puts the game as a breaking point. How many people want to jump on and play? It really truly tests what the game's about. And like, I think that's what developers don't really prepare for. I mean, I could be wrong, you know. I think they probably was prepared, but they wasn't prepared for the amount of things that happened as soon as everyone jumped on. But I don't know.
Yeah.
So much broke.
If you remember when Titanfall 2 did their beta stuff, they would to stress test. They would say, you know, from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. if you play during this time, then you know you'll get these things in the full game and. That was how they were stress testing their servers, like, and that was
they did the
smart
tech test, which was like they didn't really listen to feedback with the tech test because it was a tech test. The whole point of the tech test was so what happened at launch didn't happen at launch, and then
it happened at launch. Yeah.
So it was like not only did I think that's what kind of irks the community because they didn't take any feedback on board because why would they? It's a tech test. It was silly, but it's a tech test, and they're not taking feedback. So they weren't taking feedback; they were just testing the servers. But then it failed. But either way, they're still better than Epic because they listen, which sometimes anyway they listen. They're constantly updating stuff, whether you like it or not. It's still giving the game life and a new fresh feel. Like when they did the Gears 1 event, that was freaking cool. I don't like Autumn Edition all too much because the hit reg is absolute. I hate it. I can't say anything nice about it. I'm being complete. I can't. The only thing I can say nice about Ultimate Edition fully is the chainsaw is very satisfying. I would chainsaw literally anything. Come at me. But like, just new stuff. It makes it feel fresh and new. And Gears 6 will come out, and Gears 5 will wither away. But then we'll have Gears 6, and it will hopefully be better than Gears 5. And just kind of, they're constantly doing stuff. And you can't say the same about Epic in terms of if you look at Judgment.
True that. True that. Right, you've actually took all my questions. All my questions are done now. I mean, Donald, if you've got any more questions to add?
Yeah, I do. Just you may have touched on it before, but what are your plans for Gears Utility in the future? Anything you want to add or hoping to add or expand?
I don't know. See, I'm at a point with Gears Utility where pardon me. I'm at like a creative block, I guess. I don't know what to add. I do the odd countdown for like new games and operations, but then we don't always know the time of the operations, and yeah.
I mean, are you doing showcases on it?
Showcases?
If a new character comes out, have you got a video link to like a character showcase, or have you? No. Well, there's an idea for you right there. I don't know. Maybe pick your top 5 characters showcases. Like here's Ty. What's the top 5 creators who are have got good gameplay, or pick something along those lines, maybe.
I think the only problem with doing I think the main reason I'm at a creative block with Gears Utility is because Gears Utility slightly relies on the Coalition, and if they're not putting out stuff, I've got nothing to cover. And if I've got nothing to cover, then I can't add stuff. So like, for example, Operation 6, I could put a countdown timer for Operation 6. But let's face it, it's likely
could be delayed. Yeah, it could be delayed. Yeah.
We waited about 5 months for this operation, I think, right? Ish.
Mm-hmm.
They're meant to be every 3 months, so I'm kind of not expecting it to be 3 months, even though it should be. But I mean, I could put a DLC countdown, but we don't have time for that yet. So it's just kind of moving around TC's content to kind of do stuff. Like when Gears Tactics was launching, I was going to do like character bios, but like they don't have assets for PNGs, so I couldn't get a PNG of like Ukon or.
Have you tried reaching out to like Splash Damage or anything like that?
Splash Damage don't give me stuff. I remember when I first like was feeling confident enough in Gears Utility to kind of reach out to people. I reached out to Splash Damage, and they don't get back to you. They just kind of
yeah.
Because I remember I want the big the massive vinyl on their wall of like Delta Squad and Locust, and it's just epic. That
yeah,
I wanted like a high res image of that. And I couldn't even get that, so like, I mean, if they're listening to this, feel free to message me. I'm following you, Splash Damage. Message.
I mean, hopefully they are. I mean, it would surprise me if someone actually was, like, especially TC. I've still yet to have a TC employee state if they've watched this at all yet. So, but I have been passing it around and reaching out. But Splash Damage, I'd probably go through TC Sierra, isn't it? TC Sierra. I'd probably go through her to see if she could get something, but I don't know.
I think the only time I got a statement from Splash Damage was when I messaged them like 6 times, and the response I got was, "Yeah, no, that's TC's side. You can't do that."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, okay then." But yeah, it's one of those things, really. I mean, I don't want to kind of what's the word? I don't know. I don't want to like push it. I don't want to push my luck.
Right. I believe that
Not
is.
yet, anyway.
I believe that is time.
Oh, time.
Time, I believe.
Get the showers, boys.
Jay, thank you for coming on. Wanted to talk to you for a while about Gears Utility because I've not talked to you for a long time, so it's nice to have a good catch up with you. Anyone who's watching or listening, please go to Google Play Store, right?
Yeah, or you can go to gearsutility.com and there are buttons for you to click.
Yeah, there's buttons to click. There's things to download. There is many things on this app you can do as well, especially any content creators listening. You can benefit so much out of downloading this app. Get PNGs, anything you need, hit Jay up. Jay does a bit of PC work on the side if you're looking for any PC help or assistance. He's the go-to man in the community.
I'm doing commissions as well, so if you want
Oh, there you go.
If you want a 3D render or something, hit me up, I guess. I don't know. You don't have to.
Hit him up.
But do.
If you want something cool
You
for
don't
your
have
channel,
to, but do
hit
it
him
anyway.
Yeah, I'll put in work. I actually like Unreal Engine 4. It's fun. It's a fun tool to work with. I can't lie.
Thank you guys for listening and tuning in, and I'll catch you guys on the next podcast.
Later.
Peace.
I hate